Real quick before we jump in, I want to let you know that we're giving away a Dish Satellite RV bundle. Click the link in the description to enter. You have almost no time to do it. Last time on the RV and camping news, we talked about the impression campgrounds have been getting from campers about fuel prices affecting trips. Well, now campground chain KOA has done some hard research and have found that 71% say fluctuations in fuel costs will impact their camping decisions to some degree. While fuel prices have come down a bit over the last month, they're up about 5 cents over a week ago. Campers report that for the most part, they plan to keep hitting the road, even if increasing gas prices alter their plans. 32% plan to keep camping trips closer to home. 25% will take fewer trips but stay longer at their destinations. 24% will take fewer trips overall. And 29% say rising fuel prices will not change their camping plans. I know that doesn't add up to 100. Some of the answers overlapped. And more people are camping so far this year. KOA's occupancy rates are up 7% over 2021, and deposits for future stays are currently 18.4% above the same point in 2021. Surprisingly, 46% of KOA's respondents are very or somewhat likely to purchase a new RV in 2022. Only 1 in 10 RV owners would consider selling if fuel prices remain high. In fact, RV manufacturers have finally restocked dealer lots after the massive sales boom that began in 2020, but that doesn't mean that RVs aren't still flying out the door. Dealership chain Lazy Days announced its first quarter revenue, showing a 39% revenue increase over the first quarter of 2021, which was already a good time for dealers. They sold $105 million worth of RVs over the same period last year. Lazy Days Holdings Inc. is a publicly listed company on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange under the ticker LAZY. Nebraska has passed a law proposed by the RV Industry Association that will allow larger fifth wheel trailer plans to be approved by the Nebraska Public Service Commission, and now the largest fifth wheels on the market can be sold in Nebraska, where they previously weren't. There was a law on the books that required trailers to be under 430 square feet. The RV Industry Association years ago adopted a restriction of no more than 430 square feet with slides out for fifth wheel trailers. That limitation became unnecessary in late 2018 when HUD removed their square footage requirement in their updated definition of RVs. As a result, the association's board of directors removed the 430 square foot limitations, and fifth wheels have become larger. Not longer or taller, but the slides are getting bigger. If you've ever noticed that a lot of the longest fifth wheels don't have very deep slides, this is exactly why. So these larger fifth wheels could not be approved or sold in Nebraska, depriving Nebraska-based RV dealers of the opportunity to sell them, and requiring Nebraska citizens to cross state lines to purchase one. Speaking of big fifth wheels, Heartland has introduced a new Milestone floor plan with a trick up its sleeve: a giant hidden walk-in pantry. Well, they call it a pantry. It looks a lot more like an office to me. An office that's hidden behind pantry doors. Maybe it should be called a hidden office. Whatever you call it, I think it's kind of cool. More to come in a minute, including one of the most expensive resort developments I've ever heard of, a stolen Yogi Bear statue, and a woman who had a horrible day with a pit toilet. But first, this episode is sponsored by the Togo RV app, which offers RV-friendly turn-by-turn directions, RV service listings, overnight RV parking options, and so much more. Just the other day, the Togo app notified me of a recall on our RV. There's even a video course in the Togo University on RV buying from Abby and myself. The base version of the app is absolutely free, but if you upgrade to a Road Pass Pro membership, you get the RV-friendly GPS routing, the verified overnight parking location listings, discounts on lots of great products like tires and lithium batteries, plus premium access to the other apps under the Road Pass umbrella. Pause this video and download the Togo RV app for free right now and get $10 off your Road Pass Pro membership with the code RVMiles10X. We reported last fall on the big expansion plan for RV resorts branded under Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville umbrella. Well, the latest has been announced for the Poconos in Monroe County, Pennsylvania, as part of a development that's planned at a staggering cost, $1.3 billion. As Travel and Leisure reports, it's way more than a campground, though. An expansive resort village that costs more than a pro sports team will break ground next year with a projected opening of mid-2024. Accommodations will include everything from RV sites to tiny home bungalows to hotel rooms, even a cheeseburger in paradise restaurant. There will even be premium upscale RV suites, complete with a hot tub, a hammock, a fire pit, and a covered outdoor living room. Just to give you an idea of the scale of this place, you can even buy townhomes on the property or rent one of the nearly 1,000 rental cottages. In truck news, Ford is recalling 653,000 F-Series pickup trucks and large SUVs for wiper arms that could break. Found out that today at the oil change. Meanwhile, according to Motor Biscuit, GM is buying back an unknown number of Chevy Silverado and GMC Sierra pickup trucks with diesel engines. They're not saying what years or even what the actual problem is, but it's all about some issue with the 6.6-liter L5P V8 Duramax turbo diesel. Some trucks have already been purchased back from dealers and customers. The most common major problems with the 6.6 are fuel injection related, but it's not known if that's the reason for the buybacks. The Pelahatchie, Mississippi Police Department is asking for public assistance in identifying suspects who stole a Yogi Bear statue from the entrance of a Jellystone resort on April 15th. According to the police, security footage shows a pickup truck pulling up to the statue around midnight, and the suspect unbolted it from its base and loaded it up in less than 3 minutes. Not to give anybody any ideas. Finally, a story from Mount Walker in Washington's Olympic National Forest that I've had to read a dozen times to believe. On April 19th at 3 p.m., 2 fire departments responded to a call for help at the top of Mount Walker near the north parking lot. While using a vault toilet, a woman dropped her cell phone down into the vault. Vault toilet is basically a giant permanent porta potty with a cement tank or vault that gets pumped out. She attempted to dismantle the toilet to retrieve her phone. You can see where this is going. After disassembling the seat and housing, she used her dog's leash to try to fish it out. Eventually, though, she used the leash as a tether to keep herself from falling in while she reached down into the toilet. It failed. She slid in head first. After 15 to 20 minutes of attempting to get out, she used her phone, which amazingly still worked, to call 911. Rescue crews made a makeshift cribbing platform and passed it down to her in pieces to stand on in order to get out of the giant vat of sewage. She was washed down and given a disposable suit to wear, but refused transportation to a hospital. She thanked the responders and continued her journey back to California. That's an awful day. I'm very sorry for that woman. That's it for this week's RV and Camping News. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.